So recently I had read the book Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and it was wonderful. I was actually really skeptic going to this book because I read the sample, and one thing I hate about the samples is they don't give you enough to make you think you like it. They only gave me the first 2 chapters, and I mean, it was interesting enough, but I still really hesitant buying this. But I went on Goodreads and just kept hearing good reviews about it, so I thought, why not? Take a leap of faith and read it. And I am so glad I did, because this book was packed full of adventure and wonderful characters, and I just love this book. And if you are looking for a fast-paced book where you don't even know what's going to happen on the next page, go read it right now. Like, right now. So it's about this girl. She is actually an assassin. I'm not going to pronounce the names because they are very hard to pronounce. Even with the guide in the back of the book, we're not going to attempt it. This girl, she's an assassin, and she's like one of the most well-known assassins there's ever was. And there's this thing, it's kind of like the Hunger Games. A king means a champion, which a champion basically goes out and does all the king's dirty work. And there's all these different contestants, and the Prince Dorian chooses Lena to be his contestant or the king's champion. She has to pass all these tests, and she has to try to fight to be the final four and battle it out to be the king's champion. She wins this. She not only has to serve the king for 4 years, but after the 4 years she gets her freedom. And I just love this book. I think it was a great book. I think the story idea was pretty unique. So if you're looking for a really good book, and it actually did not take me long to read, it goes by pretty fast on how good it is. So I highly recommend it. Let's talk about this book. Let's talk about Dorian. Oh my gosh, Dorian. I love Dorian. Dorian was bad. I love Dorian. He was my favorite character. I don't know about that Cal dude. One minute he's like, you see, he likes Selena, and the next he's like, why would I dance with you? I love Team Dorian. I love Dorian. He was my favorite character. Him and Selena, I ship it. I ship that boat. That boat has been sailed. I ship it a lot. Let's talk about this. So during one of the training practices, she had to run, and she's trying to hold back her skills because, like I said, she is one of the country's best known assassins. She's the greatest, and she doesn't want to give that away just yet, and she's actually going by a fake name named Lillian. So she's in this right thing. She stays in the middle because if she's last, she gets eliminated. If she's first, Alex gives her away. So she, throughout the whole book, actually, she just hones down on all her abilities. So she's right, and I just gotta give her credit too, because this girl just came from a death camp, and she can somewhat run. Okay, I, in high school, walked the mile. Okay, you had to get a certain time, and I knew I was never going to get that time because I don't run it. And so I just walked the mile. Gonna get up anyways, why waste energy? I walked the mile. So throughout the whole competition though, she holds back her skills, and it just angers her, and I can kind of relate to her in this sense because she knows she's good. She knows she can do it. It angers her though, knowing she can do much better. It's not allowed her, and it's making the other contestants mock her, like, oh, you're a woman, you can't do that, so you just missed that. And she can basically kick all their butts if she wanted to, which she does, but she can't. One thing I really love about Selena, and I think it's very relatable to a lot of us, is she loves to read. She devours books like that, and she stays up all night reading. It's like, girl, I hear ya. You know, it was nice, you should be studying for that really hard final, but nope, I was up reading a book. I love books. Books are life. I like Selena's character a lot though, because I felt like she was very relatable, which people were saying online how her character is very annoying. And I mean, at a few times it was annoying, but I found her character to me to be very likable. I think despite her being an assassin, I think she's actually a very good person. I think she's very nice, and I think she didn't really choose to be an assassin. It kind of just crept up on her, and she has to, and she does. She sets boundaries for herself, which take it to the end of the book where she becomes a king's champion. He's like, you cannot deny whatever mission I sent you on, which her boundaries are, I don't kill children. So I have a feeling that something's going to happen in the second book. It'll be like, you gotta go out and kill that person. She's like, I can't do that. I think what her boundaries are what's gonna set her up in the second book. This is the Disney child coming out of me. She's trained for this whole thing, and she's the only girl in this competition. And I'm thinking about Mulan, but they know she's a girl. And she's actually really good to begin with. But I still thought it was Mulan. Okay, so she makes friends in this competition really fast, and she starts becoming friends and helping them. And I was like, well, why are you helping people who you're going to go against. I know it's a sense of being allies, but in the end, you're still going to fight them. But Nox is a pretty cool character. I like Nox. I think even though she did save him, she saved him that one time while scaling the castle. I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, why did you do that? I think though that helps her a lot in a sense because like I said, she's pictured as she's an assassin. No one really pictures anything good with that. And so when you see her save Nox from all those people, it kind of gives her somewhat of a better reputation. Okay, let's talk about this weird. We have this thing called the word marked. Okay, we don't know what's going on. It's somehow some ancient magic religion that kind of died out and was banished. And at first I thought it might have been Nox. I thought it was because he was being like really nice. But then we talked about Kane's ring. And then we talked about how the Duke also had the same ring. So I'm thinking, maybe there's something with that ring? I thought it might have been something with the ring because maybe it holds a certain power. I had a feeling though it was Kane all along because Kane, I gotta admit, this book did not really set up a great element of surprise. It was kind of very bland. Like when she was poisoned during the final test, instead of it being a shocking like, and I tasted the wine and it tasted weird, it was, you knew it was going to be poison. And it was, so it wasn't like, oh yeah, she's doing bad because of the poison. I didn't like that, and I didn't like how you kind of already automatically assumed it was going to be Kane to be the bad guy, just the way he was described, the way he acted. So I wish the books had a little bit more of an element of surprise, like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming! And so I kind of wish that happened. There's this queen lady walking around. She apparently was the first queen, and he's like, look to your right. Okay, Selena don't know what this means. Look to my right. And it actually is pretty cool how much look to your right actually tied in. Because during one test, there's this wine test, and Paler, we're going to call him Paler. I don't know how to pronounce it. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to choose wine. She looks to the right. And he's like, oh, it's this one. Like, he totally helps her out. And first I wouldn't really trust him, especially because of poisonous wine where life or death is on stake. We never really figured out why he helped her. It was weird, though, because every time someone helped her or they talked to Kane, they automatically died. And no one knew what was happening. And that's why I was kind of hoping Selena would say something. Like, why don't you tell someone? But then again, like she said, you could go tell someone, but how could you tell someone without them raising suspicion about her? So like, she was kind of alone through this book, I felt a lot, because she was discovering a lot of things, but she couldn't tell anyone because she knew that would only put herself in jeopardy. I'm hoping that we'll find out more about the amulet. Yeah, it kind of saved her, but we never really read about the full power of it. I'm hoping we figure that out. One thing I liked about her and Dorian's relationship was they were very sarcastic half the time. And I liked that. I think it was funny to see the dialogue between those two, so I'm actually really looking forward to them, and I'm happy there's going to be 6 books so far in the series. I'm just so excited for... Right now I think there's 4 books, but there should be 2 more coming out, and I'm just so excited because I love the series. When they were going to drug Selena for the final competition, I didn't think Selena would fall for it. I could see maybe in the heat of the moment you're not thinking, but she is technically skilled in poisons because she actually had tests on it. Even though she did have help, she still passed it. But then again, they did say she did get that one almost wrong. I didn't think she would fall for it. Then there was that battle and Kane's like beating up on her. So he wasn't trying to undercook it. He wanted to be so miserable. Then she see all these hallucinations, which you find out aren't hallucinations. It's actually part of the real world. I couldn't put it down. It was so good, and I mean, if you're looking for a really good book, highly recommend this book. And so thank you for watching. Bye!